Hi, everybody. My name is Nicole Lamberson, and I'm the Medical Director at Benzodiazepine Information Coalition. We need your help today. This is really big. As some of you are already aware, the American Society of Addiction Medicine, also known as the ASAM, has released their benzodiazepine tapering draft guidance. It's just a draft at this point, and it's open to the public for review and commenting. This is your chance to be heard on this issue of benzodiazepine deprescribing. We're requesting that anyone who cares about this issue participate. We feel that, unfortunately, the existing draft is grossly lacking and it fails to accurately reflect the patient experience to the degree we hoped for. There's also some dangerous elements to the existing draft guidelines as well that can contribute to further patient harm. The guidance can be viewed by clicking the link in the description box below. You have until July 19th, 2024 to submit your comments. Before we go into instructions on how to submit your comments in response to the existing draft guidelines, let me back up just a bit and provide some context. In 2020, the FDA issued an updated box warning on all benzodiazepines. This is their strongest warning, the black box warning. The warning stemmed in part from our, at BIC, 2017 call to have patients like you report their benzo harm to FDA's MedWatch program. This whole thing arose from a patient movement, from you all filling out your MedWatch reports of injury. And so now we're hoping for another wave of participation to help make these guidelines be the best they can be. Anyhow, after the box warning was updated, the FDA issued a $1.7 million grant to the American Society of Addiction Medicine, the ASAM, to establish deprescribing guidelines. The ASAM recruited patient members from the community, including 3 of us from BIC, myself, the late Dr. Christy Huff, and JC, as well as some other patients with benzodiazepine lived experience. All eligible members of both BICS and the Alliance for Benzodiazepine Best Practices Medical Advisory Board applied to serve on the ASAM elected medical advisory panel, which is different from the patient panel. But unfortunately, none of us were accepted. We believe it was an egregious error to exclude all eligible medical professionals from the 2 most experienced nonprofit organizations at the forefront of this public health crisis, but alas, that's what happened. That brings us where we are today. We want to make these guidelines better. We want them to reflect the patient experience. We want them to be the best they can be. And so that's where you come in. In the next portion of the video, we're going to show you step by step how to make your voice heard by commenting on the existing draft guidelines that have been put forward by the ASAM. Okay, so you'll navigate to this page at the ASAM website where they house the practice guidelines on benzodiazepine tapering. You'll see that the public comment is now open and that the deadline to submit comments will be July 19th, 2024. Scroll down here, and this is the important part. There's 3 sections to the instructions. First of all, you'll click on download the draft guideline. It'll open in a separate window for you. You can scroll down and see the table of contents here. And as you find the document, you'll see that the entire document is broken down into line numbers and page numbers. This will be important for when you're leaving your comments, which is step 2. Let's read the instructions. When providing your comments, please include the page and line number, not a range, just a single number in the appropriate boxes. If your comment refers to a range of line numbers, you only need to indicate the first line number within the range. To make a general comment about the document as a whole, you put 0 for the page and 0 for the line number. You can provide up to 100 comments. If beyond that you would like to provide additional comments, you can submit the survey again. This is really important. The system does not allow you to save your progress to return later. Always submit your response before exiting. If you have additional comments at a later time, you can re-enter the survey and submit a new response. So what you may wish to do is open a document like this one I have here that has some of the comments that I would like to make. I've got them divided by general comments, page 0, line 0, and specific comments, page 7, line 7. This way, if you run out of time and you have to go, you can submit your comments on the first submission. You can mark off the ones that you've already put in, and you can come back and start where you left off, putting the comments in. Okay, so here is a preview of the survey so we can see what it looks like. There's going to be some instructions when you open it, demographic questions, and then you'll see this page. You'll put your page number here and your line number here. So again, if you're making a general comment, it's 0, 0, and then your comment. If you're making a comment that does correspond to a page number and line number, you put them here and leave your comment. Then it'll ask if you want to make another comment. If you put yes, the page will repeat. You can submit another comment. If you say no, it will go to the end of the survey and then you submit your response. Again, you can submit as many responses as you like. The last thing you need to do is complete a disclosure form. When you click on this, you will see that it opens the disclosure form. And it says, please answer each question to the best of your ability. Please disclose all relationships with organizations. The survey will take about 5 to 20 minutes to complete, depending on how many relationships you have to disclose. Probably if you're a patient who is harmed, you aren't going to have any relationships, so the survey will take more along the lines of 5 minutes. Now, this is really important. The disclosure form is going to ask for your name. Also, the Number 2, the comment form is going to also ask for your name here. You can use either your real name or you can use an alias. If you see here, if you are a patient who wishes to remain anonymous, please provide a unique fake name on both this survey and the disclosure form. Not John Doe, because that's not unique. So you'll have to make up a unique name. Please write the name down that you use so that you can use it on both the comment form and the disclosure form and have it spelled the same. You must use the same name here on the comment form and on the disclosure form here. There have been some rumors going around that if people use their real names, that comments they make will leak out and become public, or that perhaps their benzo prescription will be put at risk. This is untrue. It's just fear-mongering. Please don't pay attention to these rumors. But again, if you're concerned, you can use an alias. Just make sure you write the alias down and you know what name you're using on both the comment form and the disclosure form. Here are some comments that we have come up with. We will link them also in the video description so that you can have a look at them. We may be updating them and adding more. So if you need some ideas for comments, we will go ahead and put these so that you can also comment similarly to how some of us at BIC are going to comment. Even better if you can come up with some citations for your comments that can back up your claims. That would be hugely helpful instead of leaving just comments with no citation. Okay, so in summary, please remember your comments are due by July 19th. You can submit as many times as you like. Just make sure you submit your comments each time before exiting and coming back to add more comments. If you can back up your comments with citations, like from medical literature, that's great. It's not a requirement, but it's helpful, so please do so if you can. And please use the same name, be it your real one or the alias you chose, on the comment section and the disclosure section. For updates on this initiative and others, please subscribe to BIC's YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe bell below. You can also sign up for our newsletter. We'll put the link to do so in the video description below. The final guidance is predicted to be completed and released by ASAM in early 2025, so stay tuned. We'll keep you updated as we get information on that. Thanks again so much for your willingness to help with this project. We at Benzo Information Coalition feel like the more comments the ASAM receives from people echoing the same concerns with this document, the better. So please go leave your comments, and thank you so much.